A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development on the international front, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has reaffirmed his commitment to advocating for a two-state solution in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict during a recent private call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Albanese emphasized that peace and security in the Middle East cannot be achieved without progress on this critical issue. He stated, "I have said to Prime Minister Netanyahu before, as I've said publicly for a long period of time, that I'm a supporter of a two-state solution, and that there can't be peace and security in the Middle East without there being an advance on that two-state solution." The Prime Minister's comments come in the wake of widespread protests across Australia, where citizens have expressed their concerns over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Albanese noted that it was unsurprising for Australians to feel compelled to march, especially after witnessing distressing images of people being deprived of essential services. "In a democracy, it's a good thing that people peacefully express their views," he remarked, referring to a recent peaceful demonstration that took place on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. As the protests continue, Albanese clarified that he does not intend to impose further sanctions on Israeli figures, maintaining that dialogue is essential. He acknowledged the public's desire for peace, stating, "Australians want people to stop killing each other. They want peace and security. But the second thing they want is they don't want conflict brought here." In other news, the Australian Federal Police, AFP, is set to see a historic change in leadership as Chrissy Barrett has been appointed as the first female commissioner. Barrett, who rose through the ranks from an administrative assistant to the top position, expressed her commitment to ensuring the AFP remains a reliable source of protection for Australians. Despite the challenges we face, the AFP's agility and innovation has ensured that we are a constant and dependable source of protection for Australians and Australia's way of life, she stated during her announcement alongside Albanese and Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke. The Prime Minister also announced that Reece Kershaw, the outgoing commissioner, will step down from his role on October 3rd, after serving since 2019. Barrett's appointment marks a significant milestone in the history of the AFP, showcasing the increasing representation of women in leadership roles within law enforcement. Meanwhile, shareholders of Nine's digital real estate platform, Domain, voted overwhelmingly in favor of a multi-billion-dollar sale to U.S. firm CoStar. The proposed scheme received an impressive 99.98% of votes cast, with trading set to be suspended at the close of markets on Thursday. The deal is expected to be finalized later this month, pending final court approval. Nine is projected to gain around $1.4 billion from the sale, with plans for a special dividend to shareholders. In the political arena, NSW Premier Chris Minns is considering drafting new legislation to address potential precedents set by the recent court ruling that allowed the Harbour Bridge protest. Minns expressed caution, stating that he wants to thoroughly review the judgment before making any legislative decisions. "We thought we were on firm ground with the police rejection of the Form 1 last Saturday, but the Supreme Court knocked it over," he noted, emphasizing the need to balance the public's right to demonstrate with the public's right to use the city. In a poignant appeal, the family of missing person Heather Marks has reached out to the public for assistance in locating a mystery man who may hold vital information regarding her disappearance over 40 years ago. Marks was last seen in Roselle in 1983, and despite being declared deceased by the NSW Deputy State Coroner in 2008, her body has never been found. Her granddaughter, Natalie Jackson, urged anyone with information to come forward, highlighting the family's ongoing search for closure. Finally, the Executive Council of Australian Jury's chief executive, Alex Rivchin, criticized the recent protests organized by the Palestine Action Group, labeling them as manipulative and extremist. He expressed disappointment over the participation of individuals who may not fully understand the underlying motives of the organizers. "It would have been far better and far more impactful if this was a genuine march for humanity that brought people together," he stated, calling for more unifying causes for future demonstrations. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the Australian public remains engaged and vocal about pressing issues, from international diplomacy to local governance and social justice. The coming weeks will be crucial as the government navigates these complex challenges and the community continues to advocate for change. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.